So I knew this plane crash was going to be here. I just didn't know it was going to be so obvious. The good news is, this is a father and son who were flying in winter months or cold or snow on the ground. And I don't know what happened to the plane as far as the malfunction or perhaps pilot error, I don't know. But I do know that the son had the wherewithal to wrap his head in a sleeping bag. And I don't know if the father did the same, but upon impact, they both survived. Pretty extraordinary. I want to say this happened in the 80s, maybe the 70s, but pretty amazing and awesome. And for sailboats, pretty awesome too, because it means that they have reached the first of many 100-mile markers. I remember my first one on Albert Mountain Fire Tower and saying that I only had to do it 21 more times. And now I'm on my last of those 21. Double digits. Yesterday I was texting Untouchable and Dart from the top of, I can't remember which mountaintop, but a mountaintop. And I was at mile 2099.6. And it didn't even dawn on me in that moment. I was on the cusp of that point, that milestone of 2100, and then I reached it a few minutes later and saw the pine cone number spelled out. And I can't say that it struck me as profoundly as the 100-mile mark. I think we're all tired. We're all kind of like horses to the barn, ready to be there, ready to have that summit photo, ready to see our families, ready to start a new chapter. But yet I know I need to cling to this, even if these miles are hard. And this terrain is still very Maine-like in most places. Not right now, this is amazing. But I'm trying hard to savor every single moment of it from here out. Once again, I'm taking a video of this, like I've done in the past, to put this climb into perspective. It looks so much less steep through the viewfinder or whatever, the screen of my phone, but it's not. Oh, up we go. Standing at the top of Chairback Mountain. I think that's probably Whitecap, where I'm headed next. Looks steep. It just looks pointy, really. It doesn't look too steep. I'm about 6 miles into the day. It's definitely going to be hot. Not as hot as it's been, but warm. And that summit, if that is Whitecap over there, is 16 miles away, so or maybe more, like 15 and some change now, but it's gonna be a ways, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm not sure I'm on the trail anymore. Yeah, yes I am. I will miss the AT and I will miss this experience. That I will not miss, and I promise you this kind of nonsense. These descents really test my patience. Thank God there's good views, but boy, it's hard. First time I'm seeing Baxter or Katahdin on the trail signs in a long time. feels like a long way away still. But every mile I make, it's a little bit closer. So almost good afternoon, still morning. It's about 11:30, and I finally descended the chairbacks and had a full-on meltdown coming down them. I mean, full-on meltdown. The only one I've had on the entire AT. Didn't get hurt, nothing happened. I just got to that boulder field that I had to descend, and it just looked impossible. And I'm just so tired of hard descents that I feel like I'm gonna get hurt on. So, had a good cry. Feel better. Just still feel tired. But I think I needed to have that. I think I'm so fearful of making it this far and not finishing because of some stupid injury that I get because I'm tired. So, I'm gonna stop right now. This is hot. Or I'm going uphill. But anyway, I have an 11-mile climb to get to the top of Whitecap and many peaks in between. Oh, it's never just a long uphill climb to one mountain peak. It's these mountains have many peaks. So I'll get there. I know I will. It'll be fine. We're doing 28 miles today. It's gonna be hard as hell. Thank you for listening to me rant. Poor Dart just had to listen to me back at the river crossing. He's already caught up to me and he left an hour later. That's how slow I'm going right now. So I'm on the summit of Whitecap, and I do believe, not over there, but right there is Katahdin. Pretty cool. So good evening from my tent. It is July 6th, and I have not been filming much, and I apologize for that. It's been a hard 2 days. Starting the 100-mile wilderness has been wonderful, but it has been exhausting, and I'm hoping tomorrow it finally is living up to the reputation that people say of it's easier when you get to the 100-mile wilderness, because so far it has not been. I would say it's easier than what we've done in Maine, but it's still very challenging, and we're trying to do big miles to cover this in 4 days, and even more so now because the weather is going to turn south on Friday. So we really want to summit on Thursday, but boy, it's going to be tough. It already is tough. I hiked 28 miles today. I have no idea where Dart and Untouchable are. Actually, Dart might be at the shelter 2 miles back. He might just stop there for the night. It's already dark, so I hope that's what he does. Untouchable, I think, had an upset stomach this morning. We had some trail magic yesterday towards the end of the day. It was a couple who own this very primitive cabin in the 100-mile wilderness, and they inherited it from the husband's father, or grandfather, I think. And they've done trail magic for decades. I mean, like, this family has always loved to do trail magic, so they were continuing the tradition. And their daughter is doing this adventure camp thing where she hikes the last 200 miles of the AT. And so her group came through, and all the through hikers came through, and it was barbecue and chili and all this wonderful food. And oh, it really hit the spot. But I think it probably did not agree with Untouchable ultimately. So I hope he makes it, because he's the one who really wants to, get going with these miles, and I do too, but I'm also okay, dialing back and camping in a different campground than the Birches when we get to Baxter State Park to have a longer day on our summit day, but not so long right now, and this might force his hand. We'll see. But I really want to push for 30 tomorrow to put me in position to only have to do 20 into Baxter. And I think instead of camping at the Birches, I'm going to camp at Able Pines. It's a campground that's about 10 miles short of the Birches. So it'll make me have to do 15-mile summit on the last day. But I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. We'll find out if I'm okay with that. But my kids are en route. They are in Connecticut tonight. They are staying with one of my daughter's college roommates, or not roommates, but friends. And I'm glad their little trip's going well. I texted my daughter yesterday and she said that they were having fun. So that makes me happy. And Larry will fly out in 2 days and it's starting to get really real. And I'm glad I'm finally just, I don't know, able to breathe a little bit easier and enjoy it. There's a lot of people out here. The 100-mile wilderness is really strange. I thought it was going to be like the dark side of the moon, like I said yesterday. And it's the most people I've seen in Maine, like these adventure camp things, these people, these, I don't know what they are, but some type of organization that leads these young kids, you know, like teenagers on big sections of the AT. There are section hikers. There are tons of Sobos. The shelters are just full. The 2 that I passed tonight, I couldn't have even pitched my tent. So I'm glad I came onto this pond, where I hope that Untouchable and Dart show up too. Who knows? We can't communicate anymore. That's going to be the challenge too, because we're about to lose, I think, cell reception probably for most of the 100-mile going forward, because we're not going to be up high anymore. So it's going to be challenging if we can't communicate to know where everybody is, what everybody's plan is, because we're still kind of going in the mindset of just, you know, let's all get to Baxter and, you know, summit together. But if we lose each other in this 100 miles, that's okay. Who knows how it's all going to unfold. I've talked too long. I'm going to make eat my dinner. I'm having some jambalaya tonight and a Hello Dolly bar that I bought in Monson. I'm very excited about. So I will see you guys in the morning. I got to kill some more mosquitoes in here. One's buzzing by my ear. And sorry for such a rambly, weird video, because I'm sure this is going to be a strange one. But I'll try to do better tomorrow to make some better footage that makes sense.